Have you ever wondered why vengeance, a seemingly natural human instinct, is often discouraged, especially within the Christian community? It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it? On one hand, we have this innate desire for justice, for retribution when we've been wronged. It's a part of our survival instinct, deeply ingrained in our psyche. But on the other hand, we have the teachings of Christianity, which urge us to turn the other cheek, to forgive those who have harmed us. This contradiction gives rise to the paradox of vengeance. It's a tug-of-war between our instinct for retribution and the call for mercy and forgiveness. It's a complex issue, one that often leaves us teetering on the edge of confusion. But don't worry, we're here to delve into this paradox. To gain a deeper understanding, we will explore 3 pivotal Bible verses that tackle this complex issue. The Bible offers profound insights into the nature and consequences of vengeance. Let's dive into the first verse, Romans 12:19. Here we find a powerful message. Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath, for it is written, "It is mine to avenge, I will repay," says the Lord. The verse urges us not to take matters into our own hands but to trust in God's justice. It's a stark reminder that vengeance is not within our realm, but belongs to God. It's a call to step back, to let go of the desire to retaliate, and to trust in divine retribution. Moving on to Proverbs 20:22. Do not say, "I'll pay you back for this wrong," wait for the Lord, and he will avenge you. This verse echoes the sentiment in Romans but adds an element of patience. It encourages us to wait for the Lord's justice rather than seeking immediate revenge. It's a lesson in patience and faith, reminding us that God's timing is perfect, even when it doesn't align with our own. Lastly, we come to Matthew 5:38-39. You have heard that it was said, "Eye for eye and tooth for tooth." But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also. Here, Jesus challenges the old law of retaliation, encouraging us to go against our instincts and promote peace instead of further conflict. It's a radical message of non-retaliation, of meeting aggression with kindness, and it's a tough pill to swallow in a world that often promotes the opposite. So what do these verses have in common? They all push us to resist the human urge to retaliate when wronged. They ask us to step back, to show patience, and to trust in God's justice. They don't promise it will be easy, but they do promise that it is right. These verses pose a challenge to our natural inclinations, pushing us towards a path of forgiveness rather than revenge. So what does this all mean for us today? Let's take a moment to reflect on the wisdom from these verses. Each one of them, in its own unique way, is a beacon guiding us away from the destructive path of vengeance and towards the healing journey of forgiveness. When we forgive, we are not just releasing others from their wrongdoings, but we are also setting ourselves free from the chains of resentment and bitterness. It's like a breath of fresh air, a chance to start anew. This transformative power of forgiveness does not only bring tranquility to our hearts, but also radiates peace in our surroundings. It's a practical application of these teachings that we can embrace in our daily lives. It's about choosing love over hate, understanding over judgment, and peace over conflict. Remember, while vengeance may seem satisfying, it's forgiveness that truly sets us free. As we close, ponder on the wisdom of these verses and the freedom they offer from the shackles of retaliation.